Welcome from the paradise. Welcome from Costa Rica. We are now broadcasting today the first webinar and the launch in the English language. And if I see here the participants on this webinar, then I'm very pleased. And for me, it's also a positive surprise. From which countries we already have people or members of Avalonia on this webinar. Only to mention something, as I see here members, this is also a little bit, now I have to go back to my school. I guess it is Estonia. I see people here from the Netherlands, from Russia, from Israel, from Austria, from Thailand, from Malaysia, from Indonesia, from Canada, from Germany, from Spain, from Switzerland, from France, from Portugal, from Brazil, from Colombia, from Bulgaria. Oh my goodness, what do we have else here? From Hungary, I guess this is Letland, from Russia, I mentioned this already. Yeah, and from Austria. So I'm very surprised, positive surprised, because we know that in this time Avalon, it's not really broadcasting so much in the English language. This is something what we are right now working on it, and definitely with this launch today, it will be also from our side much more information in English language, because we know that this particular product we will launch today, it's for everybody in the world, and everybody have also the right to participate. And we have now Avalonians all over the world, so we have to do something. We're working day and night on this, and I can really assure you, give us please a little bit the credit. We definitely in this time we're doing our best to please everybody in the home language. But we right now have to focus on the main languages. What is German? What is German, what is English, and what is Spanish? These webinars will come in these three languages for at least the next 1 or 2 weeks. We're working right now that we can broadcast this as well in Vietnamese, because already the speakers are trained on this. But it is a lot of content what the people have to understand, and only with the understanding also they can bring the feeling to you. For members what maybe not know about the presenter, what I'm here, I will shortly introduce myself. My name is Thomas Graf. I'm one of these two persons what a little bit more than 1 year ago we had the idea to make some game changer, set up some game changer, and when we decided to do this, we had to find the right setup for this, and we decided to doing this on crypto-based cryptocurrencies. So now when I see when we started in August, it's not even a year ago, and which speed and in which power this product and the concept is moving forward, I only say I still have to sometimes to knife myself and say, okay, is this really true, or are we still living in a dream? And I guess the success what we have here as well, and this time also the people what is participating every day and what is joining our concept, they're getting the idea that here is this, in my opinion, it's the real deal. And if you see the introduction video, then you also can a little bit imagine in which country Avalon Life is set up. That it is really a paradise, and we have to do something to protect this, and at this time also to share this with the whole community. I know most of you are living in incredible countries, but I'm telling you, Costa Rica is a little bit better. But believe me and trust me, come and visit, and then in this time you can also tell this your partners and your friends in your country. And to start here, because when I said we are based in Costa Rica, we also have other product what is also going direct into it with the introduction video, because we're building in Costa Rica a resort, what is a crypto village, also like really a village there where people can live, but everything is based on crypto. And I guess to have a community would have the same mindset, a community where people have the same free thinking and want to change something and need the peace for their families, need the protection, then I guess Costa Rica is a nice place. I will not say so much about this. The only thing you see here, some samples of the houses we will build there. Everything is in nature. That means we build the houses with bamboo, with glass. So that means really people can enjoy the nature, can participate on the nature, because this is the most incredible thing. I guess we can participate every day. If you need more information, the website is here with cryptoresort.com. As well, on this website, you will find email that if you need more information to participate, to buy a house, maybe there, buy a share or whatever in this crypto village, because it is very limited for the beginning. then please send the email to this email address what is broadcasted there, and then you're getting information as soon as possible from our staff. So this is one of our key products. Of course, everybody was waiting for the introduction, what we did at Sunday. It was an incredible response because at Sunday we launched a product what is called Green Earth. And as you can see here in the color of the phrase, as well in the logo, Green Earth is something what really we have to think about, really in a community like Avalon, see himself, we have to do something together, because if we trust some governments, if we trust some organizations, what they always only looking for their own profits and promising something and not delivering anything, then in this time it's time to change something. And I guess with Avalon Live, we have the chance. I will also say the product is great, but we still also have to follow our rules. That means this product, and we can really say this product is a really unique product in this world, because this product is 100% based on cryptocurrencies. It is 100% decentralized, and it is 100% anonymous. And we are very proud that Avalon Live, because we was fighting with some other people what have similar ideas, but everybody was only watching what we are doing, and we did this very confidential. You will see this a little bit later in our presentation. And I guess what we have now as a result, what we launched on Sunday and what will go live in less than 3 hours, what will go live so everybody can participate in the back office on this, that will be really something what will bring Avalon live in many mainstream medias, and as well in this time will put Avalon on a very high level in the crypto world, because this is really to prove that something nice, something beneficial for the whole entire world can be based on cryptocurrencies. So coming to the product, before we really coming about to talk about the business, we have to talk a little bit why is Green Earth and how is the Green Earth designed? What is it all about? And then we have to talk about the coal dioxide emission. Some people saying also the ozone, everything what is hurting the climate. And according to this, you see here the world map. And everybody in this time also learn in the school, okay, the colors. Green colors always looks nice. Red colors look a little bit danger, and exactly this is what it is. So if you see here on the right side, most Asian countries, this is not nothing bad, because it is based on their economy, what is growing so fast over the years, as well in this time in East Europe and as well in the US. There is a lot of pollutions. There's a lot of production of carbon dioxide emission, and the thing is there's really nothing bad. The only thing is you have to find a balance, because if you're only looking on to destroy the nature and you not find a way to really also to cover this or give something back, then at this time you will end up in a disaster. And nobody from us want this. We have all families, we have all childs, and at this time, even if you have to think about them. So, and if you see alone in 2016, the whole production on the danger coal dioxide emissions was a 36.4 billion metric tons a year. And then when it's coming to the point that you see which countries they're in the lead in production of this, of course, then you see it's a lot of industrial countries, and the countries what have the most growing and fastest growing economies. The surprise is only when you see on number 6 there's Germany. Germany was always claimed that they are in the lead and doing something to avoid this emission, and as well in this time doing something and be great in leading to avoid this. Then this is a little bit something what you have to think about is what is the true and what is really talking about the hard facts. On the left side you're seeing the percentage graph, and it shows you, because number 1 is China. Then you see China have almost double of the emission on the carbon dioxide what, for example, the US have, and this both alone, the most biggest economies, there's a lot of things to do. And who from you was already in China in the past, maybe with the airplane, and you was wondering, even if you go out of the airplane and it's 12 at noon, and it's still, you feel like still if it's night. And this, if you see this and if you realize this, then you see then also there's something what have to be changed. But of course, we cannot do this overnight. You need processes. You need something. What in this time the governments have to be agree, and everybody, what is in the, for example, in the manufacturing business or something, have to do a small piece. because only a community can turn this. So these 6 countries alone producing almost 61% of this whole pollution. And there you see the biggest countries with the fastest growing economies producing 61%. So that means this is also, I guess, one of the point that these countries have the most influential to do some changes. And when you see on the left side the graph, what is starting in so the line is starting in 2013, then even if they now bring something up, also new technologies, as well as this time that they try based on some conferences to balance this, to balance the coal dioxide emission, it is still growing, and a prognosis to that is still growing till 2030. So that means we really have to take care of it. That in this time somebody have to start, and of course Avalon Life will start tonight. And this time to bring something back. And I guess if we have a nice environment and green environment, as you can see in the introduction video, there is nothing wrong on it. So that everybody from you, because I was talking about the global picture. So now if I break it a little bit down, everybody, most of you was already flying once. So I make it here on an example on a regular flight, as a round turn flight from Munich to San Jose in Costa Rica for 1 passenger. Alone this flight from Munich to San Jose and back will create a 3.9 tons of the not good coal dioxide emission. So, and if you see this, then this time you can realize, okay, the planes are now we have planes in the sky what can fit 500 or 600 people in a one plane. We have ships what can bring 20 or 30,000 containers over the ocean, and these are big industries. They not really can change so much, because already there is a new type of new airplanes, but there is still some emission what is produced. And if a single person buy a normal ticket, then you can imagine how many planes are every day in the air, how many flights are served by the airplane companies. This is a huge amount, what in this time combined, bringing this up to billions of tons of negative or of bad emissions. So this everybody can have a little bit idea. But to balance this, it needs, of course, the whole community. The community means every country have to sit on a table, and I guess if they're doing this on a regular basis, also we have not to be worried that there will be come in the future some wars, because here already in 1997 there was a round table. On this round table, the results of this was that 191 countries plus the European Union is signing a contract, and each of the countries said, okay, every year we will reduce the emission about 5.2%, and if we're doing this over a period of time, then of course the warming up of the temperature, as well as this time the emission will be reduced over the time, and we have a nicer environment. So this protocol, what was called Kyoto Protocol, maybe somebody heard it from you, as well. This time find his next stage in the contract of Paris, what was created in 2011, and then the result of the contract of Paris says, okay, that up 2040 there will be no use of any fossil fuels anymore. What means the coal plants will be gone. The burning of oil for heating will be gone. So that means a lot of things what is based on the fossil fuels will be not more in the market. And this will hopefully help that each country fulfill the requirements to go up with the yearly increase of the temperature below 2 degrees Celsius. So, but now when you see this, and I will make an example here on the small country of Austria. Austria as well, Switzerland, as everybody know, it's also in Europe very famous for the nature, as well in this time how the industry was merging in the nature of the country. So Austria, since 2011, even when they signed this protocol in 1997, they don't have even a chance anymore to reduce their emission to 5.4 to 5.2%, because the industry is already updated. The new industry have strong regulations in case of combining the Kyoto protocols. So now this country have to face penalties because there is no chance to reduce anything anymore. And alone till 2011, the small country of Austria was spending 45 million certificates to compensate the penalties from the Kyoto Protocol. And every year they're now spending 1 billion euro to buying some certificates or buying some compensation certificates to avoid any penalties according to Kyoto Protocol and the Contract of Paris. Why I'm saying this? That means it is not only that in this time you're living in a nice nature. No, there's also something what you can do, especially in big populations like India, like China, that if you bring some new technology, energy saving technologies, emission saving technologies, like for example solar cooking, like absorption of the fecals from single houses. If you bring this in place, then you're getting also, according to the Kyoto protocols, rewarded. You're getting issued certificates, and this certificate you can sell over the market to companies what have not this technology in place, and they need this to avoid penalties from the Kyoto protocols. So, and here you see it alone for the European Union. There was according to the Kyoto protocols, they started and they issued every year 2.04 billion certificates. What companies what have not the status and have not the standard on the technology, and they try to avoid to invest in new technologies like new filters or better technologies would make it more worth it and emission-free working, that they can buy it over exchanges like what is mentioned here in the bottom, Chicago Climate Exchange, or as well in Europe, the European Energy Exchange in Leipzig. They can buy their certificates. Right now the price is around €5 and compensate their deficit on their technology to fulfill the requirement of reduce every year by 5.2%. And this is the funny part. This is the first time that the government really practice a deflationary system. Because in money, they're printing this like crazy. And here, when it's coming to nature, they said based on that new technologies coming in place, that the economy is going with a little bit more better understanding in case of the how to use the nature, how to respect the nature. They're decreasing the certificates every single year by 1.4%. What means over the time there's every year is going less and less certificates in the market because the increasing of the standards going higher and higher. And this is now the point that you see that there is still an attracting market, because not every industry out there have the chance really to make more updates on their personal working. So, and the second big danger, in my opinion, this is even a more dangerous situation, is this. Everybody heard in the news when it's coming to the point that it says, okay, in the Amazonas as well in Brazil, there is a lot of wood forest what is harvested by big crook companies, by lobbyists to get on the wood to use them for their own profits. And as well, I guess much more difficult is this. And you see here, you see the brands on the right side. There's companies going around the globe buying properties to get fresh, clean water and selling this for their own profit for incredible markup. And even the people what is living around, they not even have the water, understand, to drink a clean water and have to really to suffer with the environment. And this is why Avalon Life is creating the product of Green Earth to protect the nature. First of all, of course, to create some certificates, to have some benefits for their members, and as well protect the country, also the country or areas from these big players and crook companies and lobbyists that they're not going and purchasing them for their own profit. We're starting this product here in Costa Rica, but we already also have our fingers and the hand on some properties in Ecuador, some properties in Brazil, some properties in Indonesia, because for us, is this not only a local project. For us, is this a project what we will expand globally. And globally means it is for us very important that we give every Avalonia, doesn't matter where he lives, really the right that he can say and he can be proud that he's part of this and we're doing also something locally. For us, it's aber important that we're doing this direct, because Direct means for us that in this time, we know exactly where the money is going. We know exactly how this country is protected. And we're doing this on a way that nobody really can manipulate it. Because we're putting this in a blockchain, we're putting this on smart contracts, so that means each square meter is related to a cryptocurrency token, and this token is valuable a price, and this price is sustainable, and this price, if some members want to move this or want to sell this to other person, you can do this 100% anonym. And this is, I guess, is the only way that this product can be really massive spread in the market and can really find their place. And I guess you will see from now and over the next month and years, a lot of people will talk about this. And I hope, and I hope that Avalon Life with Green Earth will definitely be the first what bring this massive on the market. But some other companies, some other organizations will follow, because it is very important that we protect the nature for the reasons what I mentioned before. As I said before, we were starting this here in Costa Rica. For this, of course, many of you saw nice pictures, you saw nice movies, you have a little bit idea about Costa Rica. I will give you a little bit of update. As you can see here on the right side in the pictures, I guess they talking for themselves. As well, the introduction video. Costa Rica is really the paradise and is really one of the places what have to be protected, and is already also rewarded as one of the most powerful places in case of fauna, in case of animals, and in case of the how the country is treating themselves and is going respectful, as is respecting also the nature. Costa Rica, a very small island, 51,000 square kilometers. 27% is protected by natural parks. It's 26 right now. So this park is untouchable, and this is the same what Avalon Life is doing. The only thing is we're not charging people. I understand that they can go in because this is what the natural park is doing, but they have a rights for this because this money is going 100% to protect the parks. Avalon Life is doing this without no profit because Avalon Life want this country protected. We will have our own rangers who are taking care that nobody can steal even one piece of wood there. That in this time also that nobody is really screwing up this area what we have under control. And remember, Avalon Life is going DAO. DAO means this country and this areas what we will protect is a community country. Avalon Life is also very proud that we can choose that on the 100% renewable energy from Costa Rica, because Costa Rica since June last year 100% free from fossil fuels. So that means the energy comes 100% from clean energy, renewable energy. The most of it is water, is geothermal here. It is really a pleasure to see how this is working, and it is also a very big step that in this time in 2021 Costa Rica can claim to be the first country what is 100% carbon free. What means carbon free is this? Of course, Costa Rica is producing also based on ships or based on cars. What is running here is also producing some emissions, coal dioxide emissions. On the other hand, Costa Rica is taking care that a lot based on the natural parks and some other projects, that there's also on the other hand produced a lot of certificates what is compensating and bringing really the nature in balance. Then, because in Costa Rica are living 500,000 different species, and 500,000 different species means that 4% of all the species what is recorded on the system is living in Costa Rica. And if the persons what was one time here, they really will experience this, because this species you not only can find them deep in the jungle, no, you can find them also on the streets or something, because you really in Costa Rica, this is a paradise for this, and this have to be protected. As well, since a couple of years, Costa Rica have a first carbon dioxide free airline. That means the tickets are a little bit more expensive because the people have to pay the fee to make the ticket neutral. So coming now to the product, we will start now with one project first. It's a quite medium size, but I guess it is a very good introduction in this product. We have a lot of things in the pipeline as well in this time, as I mentioned before. We have it in other countries too, because for us it's important that we expanding this product all over the globe. The first property in Costa Rica is in the southwest. You can see it here on the map. It is on the Pacific side, and as well in this time it is also on the when you see here the little bit inside, this is called Golf Dulce. And this is really a biotope and a reservoir, what is incredible for the nature. And we have the pleasure here to protect a property of 906 hectares. You can see here, this is a picture from the air on the top. You see the ocean, and then you see it's a river. It's called the Rio Sirpe, and everything left from the river. This is the property what we are now protecting, taking for ecotourism. About ecotourism, not what we will build. Ecotourism, what is already there, and of course we're taking this for the certificate production to give also our members some benefits and rewards. So then you see here some pictures. The pictures are almost 1 week old, because we had our staff what was going there to really make sure that everything what we signed in the contract, that is correct. And according to this, these are pictures, and I will only slide over them so you can see really the impressions this time, what you can catch direct from the property. So when you see also the river have in its maximum, you have up to 300 meters. So that means we're not talking about a small river. We're talking really about a big river. And in this river, of course, the animals are there, everything is there, and it is a nature pool. You see it here on the right side, on the left side, the mangroves. So, and on this picture, I have to stop, because this gentleman, he's not only in charge of this incredible product because he opened us doors, what I guess so far not really many people in the world can open. This gentleman is connected like hell in Costa Rica. Is it government side? Is it to organizations on the nature side? And he also stays for a lot of good things what is taking place here in Costa Rica. His name is Graven Mora Cruz, a very good friend of mine. And when I told him about Avalon Life, he was excited because this is his country. And when he see now how the community is responding to this, then he is really like, also he's living now his dream. And we really have to say thank you to him, because this gentleman is really taking care of this, that Avalon have a very good standing here in Costa Rica with his mining facilities, and as well as this time also now with Green Earth, we have something what we can give back to this country. And what I can tell to these people, this gentleman is working day and night to present this to the leadership. He's taking a flight of 32 hours in the plane in Dubai to present for 2 hours to the leadership this first project 3 weeks ago. And then he's taking a 36 hours trip back to Costa Rica, because he said, I have to see the people, I have to see their eyes, I have to see if they really want this, if they really like this, because otherwise it makes no sense. I don't want to go for profit. We want to go really to protect this. We want to really to go to save some value, to create some value for the Avalon community. And of course, if we can doing this on a decentralized way with cryptocurrencies, then I'm telling you, Thomas, I'm all in. So this is what I have to say to this gentleman. I guess a lot of people from you in the future, you will see him on events, because and then when you can see when he's talking to this, then you can really see and feel his passion about this product and about a lot of other things what is related to Costa Rica in case or in relation to Avalon Life. So there is still some impressions you see on the mangroves, and there you see a picture from in the morning. Also, it is really that you're living like in an oxygen tent. And if you experience the oxygen tents, that's, yeah, it is really also amazing. And of course, there, as I mentioned before, on this area, there is already almost 30 hectares developed ecotourism. That means here's a hotel there, a small hotel, what is already serving you a bed and breakfast. And from this hotel, every day Avalon Life can offer to our members tours on a boat, tours on a jet ski, also jungle tours, and also tours to the ocean. So that means there is so many different ways that you can experience, and you can experience the nature and have the adventure there, and be not damaged this. And you really learn from the nature how to respect them, because I'm telling you, it is the place to be. And the good thing is this, that we have the combination of both, because the property, as I mentioned before, it's 906 hectares. So 906, 1 hectare, because this is your English measurement. So an acre, you have to say acres, between 2.5 and 3 acres is 1 hectare. The thing is, that this property, 906 hectares, 842 hectares is protected by certificates, because to get the certificate, you have to the land have to be undeveloped, the land have to produce oxygen, the land have not be touched. So 842 hectares are in this property untouched. For this, we have already the certificates. You can see them a little bit later. And it's a very complicated process to get on this certificate. We have here on this property 9.8 tons reduction of carbon dioxide. So what means it will give us roughly 350,000 certificates, and this certificate is paid every year, and you have to renew it, because in this time you have to prove that this area is still untouched, and at this time it's still producing oxygen. And how this works, you can see it here. And this is not a process what is going overnight. So this is why many countries or many organizations, they even have not the interest to protect something, because it is a hard way. First of all, you have to plan this. You have to plan, you have to talk to the neighbors, everybody have to agree. Then the independent organization, there is only worldwide 12, can make the approval and the validation of this what you planned. And according to this, you're getting a pre-registration that you are an applicant for a certificate. And after this, on the satellite, have to be for a period of time, they have to measure with the GPS on the whole property the production of oxygen. Everything is here, have to be recorded according to an ISO norm. So that means there is a standard. If you not follow the standard, and this time you are out of the business. And if you fulfill all the requirements, and then this time also the nature is untouched, and you have a production of oxygen, then you are happy. You're getting roughly after 12 to 13 months, you're getting a certificate. What is valid for 1 year, what you can sell over exchanges. And as you can see here, this is a copy of original certificate from this property. So that means we're not talking that we're doing something. No, we already did. That means this property is under control of Avalon Life. This property have already 350,000 certificates. So this is why we can definitely also start immediately to give it to the community, to sell it to them, and make each of you to be a proud owner of some untouched nature, what gives them also some royalties. And royalties what we not take from anybody. No, royalties what give the nature to us. And we sharing this with the community. I guess you have no better chance really to can make a business. And when we're coming now to the business, then you also will see how genius it is to make some money here. Because I make an example. For example, 500 square meters. 1 square meter will cost $2 US. Of course, it's only we mentioned the US dollar because it is important that the people have still something what they use on a daily basis. But we will also not go out of our way and accept fiat money. No, everything is payable in cryptocurrencies. Right now we're taking Bitcoin and Dash, and then Pura Vida coin is launched. Also, we will taking Pura Vida coin. So, example, for a 500 square meter property, what gives you 500 tokens, and the token is a ALX token. Maybe some of you already know it from the past. Yes, ALX is coming back in the game because this is something what we can use them for, and because with the DAO, Ethereum-based DAO, there is no way to go for this. So that means people were purchasing based on Ethereum in the past. We can redirect this here to this product, or this that we're paying the Ethereum back. The ALX in the future will only stand for green earth. So this $1,000, for example, if somebody is refer a person what will purchase this 500 square meters, he will get a direct commission on 20% in commission volume in his back office. So we're talking about roughly $200 on a $1,000 investment. So I guess a lot of you will say, okay, this is crazy. No, it's not crazy, because I guess the time is flying. Countries and organizations trying to go and purchasing properties to get them under their possession for their own profit. And we have really to move forward, because we're starting with this project, and we will not stop with this, because we will purchase a lot of properties for the community, and for this, we have also to give the people really the benefit. If they're sharing this, they have to make a good commission. And of course, also many people was asking, out of mining, we need a commission product. We need a commission product. Ladies and gentlemen, here you have one, 20% direct commission. So, and this is not all, because this person, what is now owning this country, because this land, what the person is owning, as I will say, one square meter is one RLX token. He getting a reward based on the certificates what is issued. Remember, we have 364 certificates on this property. Here, 364,000 certificates on this property. And this allowed us that we can pay every month in your wallet, and this is coming fully automatic. It's not going to the back office, because remember, it is 100% decentralized. For each square meter, you're getting the reward of 0.5, also a 0.5% each month, what is coming in total 6% a year. So, and if somebody wants to sell it, he can do it, because Avalon Life will also implement an exchange with an escrow service, what means we taking care that nobody can rip off the other person, because the selling and buying can be only available over Avalon Life. We will not go public with this, because we don't want that somebody from outside would maybe have not a good interest and faith in this, and want in this time to have only because he want to make more profit buying off this country. We not have an interest. So that means it will be an exchange on Avalon Life with an escrow service. So that means if somebody want to sell and somebody want to buy, they dealing the price. It is nothing what Avalon Life have to do, because we are having only a hash, and we are seeing only 100% anonym to partners. If they're saying, okay, they agree to a deal, then the person with the land is transferring his RLX, as one RLX is equal to 1 square meter, in a blocking account, as in a secure account. And when the exchange, also that the other person is paying this other person, I don't know, in fiat or in any cryptocurrencies, when this deal is done, then we're releasing the coins. For people who have bigger investments, because I know that we're getting every day now questions, okay, I have money laying on the account, I don't know what to do with this, because the banks are charging me negative interest. And at this time, here you have a chance. Here really you have a chance, because you can sell it every time. You're getting a reward on 6%. There is nothing out there what you're getting transparent, anonym, a 6% per anno on a legal way. I'm not talking about Ponzi's, I'm talking about the legal way. This is sustainable, this is for long term, and according to this, you really have also something what you can see as an investment for your long term. For example, a hectare is 10,000 square meters. 10,000 square meters is 10,000 RLX. The investment will be equal of $20,000 in Bitcoin or Dash. And for this person, what is referring this person, he's getting a 4,000 CV in his wallet. And now watch this. Watch this. Because for this, we have also to bring rules and regulations in place. The first thing is that this is going online in less than 3 hours, because exactly now, in 2 hours from now and in 60 minutes, in the back office, everybody can purchase his land, his personal land, what you're getting rewarded. It is very important that the steps can be only 10 square meter wise. So it is required that if you want to get the commission, that you personally have also a purchase of 10 square meters. Why? Because we don't want to have the network hookers, but only trying to hook the people in the downline on some products, and they're doing by themselves nothing. Because if you have your own 10 square meters at least, with this, it is also very important that in this time, I guess, that you will get the information, that you inform yourself about what it means with the emission, what in this time is with the land in Costa Rica. But for this, you have to own something. If you not own, you not have interest, because you're only then interested in the commission. And this is not what Avalon Life is going for and staying for. Now, when you see also who can purchase, who can be participate on the purchase of the land, of the green earth product, everybody. If he is registered in the system of Avalon Life, it means a licensed partner light, and as well a customer, like a normal member. As a normal member, you can sign up for free. So that means if you have somebody out there who want to make an investment, you have to sign for free with your referral link in the system of Avalon Life. And if he's registered, he is also able to buy some to buy some square meters. Then in this time, you see it also for the commission. Everybody as a light license partner and license partner, he is able to get the commission out of this. And now you see, we're not only paying a direct commission. No, we also want that the community participates, that you also talking in your community, in your downline, that you're talking to your members, to your team, and tell them about this great product. So for this is this, the reward is we paying 20% direct commission. And we're paying 5 levels more. We're paying in the second level 2, third level 2, fourth level 2, fifth level 3, and the sixth level, we're paying 5%. So, and I guess if you see this, then you have now a product what you really can attract also marketer, what maybe in the past was not really convinced about cryptocurrencies. This is maybe a product what can help the people also to get in touch with cryptocurrencies. Because the entrance is this, that the people purchasing some land, and of course, everything is here in the blockchain. Everything is decentralized. Everything is based on smart contracts. So that means over the time they're getting informed from Avalon about the new products. They're getting informed about cryptocurrencies, and they will learn. They try to learn. And the best is you're learning by personal experience. So as you can see, the administration of the token is via blockchain, and every token, even if we pay commission, is still fixed, have a fixed volume of $2. So now we have the question, okay, what is, for example, if later make an offer, this time to buy the property for $5, $10, or $20 a square meter. Maybe these people will come. I guess they will come because the certificates is going, every year is going down. And at this time, the needed of certificates for big industry countries, it's going up and up and up. And they have no problem, understand, this is the printed colored money to purchasing some properties in other countries, especially in Costa Rica or Ecuador, or some countries, what can offer properties like this. Avalon Life have no interest to sell any of this property what we now protected. I will make it very clear. I only can make it very clear till the moment that we are DAO. But we will do, as a Tom, I and the leadership, we will do everything in our power to convince the people, educate the people that make more sense really to hold the country and protect the country, have it in their own possession. And because if this is protected, then definitely the rewards, we have the rewards of 6%. And we have the pure nature. We have the water there protected, and I guess this is what we have to look for. We have not to look for to make an increase, to maybe get something on a $10 a square meter or something. If this will happen, after we are DAO, is a community-based concept. So that means if the community decide to make a proposal, and the proposal find more than 50% of the people who are voting with yes, okay, then Tom, I, and the leadership, we can do nothing, because then the community have to follow the DAO principles. And that means the country have to be sold to other person. But we will do everything in our power that the people have the knowledge and the education not to do this, and that everybody is happy with the commission you can make out of here. That is not even the people thinking maybe to make $1 on a cell. Okay? It is only, I will tell you, and I see also my emotion, because for me it's very important, because I'm not here to bring Avalon and Green Earth to you for speculations, because what's come with speculations, the past show a lot. And it was not successful if people speculate, because there's more losers than winners. And I'm not interested, because we want to gain this community, and the community have to be happy, and only happy community is also happy life. So in the back office, you can there's no limits. You can buy up to 10,000 square meters directly from the back office. Of course, there can be also multiply orders, as it means you make a purchase of 10,000 square meters. After this is done, you can make another one. So if it's coming to larger requests, what we have as well in mining in the past, and I guess it will here come too, for different reasons. Some people want to see it as an investment. Some people see really this as their part, or to take their piece for the community. Then in this time, Avalon will handle this direct by a per request. The reward on each of this property square meter will be rewarded with 6% per annum based on this carbon dioxide certificate. If you had the question, what is if the certificate is going up in the price? Of course, this is possible. But ladies and gentlemen, please, you have to think also, look, Avalon Life, it was in the past, it is, and it will be also in the future. We're paying this, what we can, so everything what we try to pay is based on that we are non-profit, even now. So that means if the certificate's moving up, we also have to pay the GPS, the GPS measurements on something. Alone the GPS measurements cost 120,000 for this property each year. This costs are covered in the certificates, but I guess 6% is a very nice reward on a yearly basis. If it's moving up like crazy, of course, then in this time the reward will also grow. But this is right now not what we have to talk about, because we are not greedy. We're looking for something sustainable. Okay, please. So sales and trade is allowed at any time because it is decentralized and is in the blockchain. So if somebody want to sell over the exchange, somebody want to buy, okay, they're merging the deal. Avalon is only taking care that in the system nobody from them get hurt, and the coins are moving from left to right. We don't know the names. We not need the names. This is also this. Why we not put this later on in square meters in your back office so that we know, okay, person AVX number with the name behind have this and this. No, you only can see it in the future on your purchase orders, and then you see it in your wallet. The square meter, it's according to tokens you have in your wallet. Then as well, it is also very important that you see we're keeping our transparency. Transparency means we have a notario what is related to the organization what is issuing the certificates, and as well also related to the organization what is measuring this property that is qualified for certificate. This notario is issuing an audit once a year, and this is only taking place till all the square meters from this property is sold. After this is sold, it comes in the smart contract, because the smart contract says everything from A to Z. We not need anybody to verify anything, because then we 100% autonomous and neutral and decentral. This is very important. In the beginning now, when there's still some square meters left, we have to do it on a neutral base. We have to use some authorities here in the country. They are independent. They will issue the certificate, what we also will publish in the community. After this property is completely sold out and we're going to a new property, then at this time it was issued a smart contract, and this is going to the blockchain, and that's it. So as you can see, we started Sunday. So now it is really, it's like a marathon what we're going here. So Sunday at 8 o'clock, yesterday at 8 o'clock German, today it was English. Tomorrow, I can tell you, this link you will find in the back office. Tomorrow is not this link. Tomorrow is Spanish presentation. It will be 8 o'clock Ecuador time, what is 2 o'clock European time. Thursday, Tom Koller, the CEO of Avalon Live, will proudly present Green Earth in his unique way. I can tell you, the language will be German on Thursday. Each of you, if you have partners there, and if you see the emotion from my partner, then at this time you can see, as this gentleman, he can sell everything. But he is not the point to sell anybody. The thing is, you have to feel the emotion, because only the emotion can transfer to you that you're getting a good stomach feeling, and with a good stomach feeling, and as well in this time, if you're standing in the community, you can decide if there's something for you or not. I can at Friday when I'm in Europe, I will make a presentation, and then every Sunday is as well German. Next week, the same on Tuesday at the same time. We will host the English presentation for most of the European countries, and we will find also now time for next week for the countries like the States, as well North America, as well in this time Australia. At the time we'll merge them. So please consider that next week on Thursday you can invite people there. The links will become today or tomorrow in the back office, because this we have to share with everybody. And I can tell you, for me, it is really a thing from the heart, because I have the pleasure to live in this country. And I said, I have the pleasure. I'm not happy to live here because the country accepts me. I accept the country, and I'm telling you, this is the best what you can do. I know that you are living also in great countries, but if you come to Costa Rica, you know what I'm talking about. And for me, it's really a pleasure to give something back to this country. So let's make the world a little bit better. We are now 2 hours and 5 minutes away that we open the gates on the back office. Also, please make sure that in this time, when you get in, you make your first 10 square meter purchase, because this qualifies you to get commission from your downline. I can only say, okay, thank you for joining me here tonight on the English webinar. As you know, I'm German, so it means English is my second language. I'm trying my best. I hope everybody from you understands. Otherwise, I'm trying this to compensate this with my emotions. It was for me a pleasure to serving you tonight. We have also now a video as an exit video, so you can see a little bit more about the beauty of Costa Rica. Thank you so much. It was for me a pleasure to serving you tonight. Tomorrow, Spanish, Thursday German, and then otherwise I see you next Tuesday on an English presentation. Thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you a good decision, and I hope to see you soon.
With a tropical climate all year round, it is the happiest place on Earth. Containing 5% of the world's biodiversity. Widely protected by national parks. Bridging the Americas and bordered by oceans. Volcanoes rise above the forest canopy. Over 2 million visitors per year, with more than 500,000 species. Experience nature like never before. In 12 diverse climate zones, where adventure is limitless. Around every turn, there's more to explore, more to experience.